When I first got here, I was about 200 years old. That's something like 20 here on Earth. My race was sent here to do recon and eventually report back so as to invade. I come from the Zeta Reticuli cluster of stars. It's kind of a famous cluster. I don't know if you ever heard of Betty and Barney Hill, but I was on the crew that abducted them. Yeah, I was sent there in the 90s as a child, and I replaced someone else's kid. Once I got here on Earth, I was raised by Richard and Ann. They were really sweet people.
What happened to them?
They passed away in a car accident about 5 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, I mean, humans drive around in like 2-ton metal machines and crash into each other. I don't think they cared that much, to be honest.
Tell me about home.
Like I said, Zeta Reticuli, group of stars, planet called Forcus. We're a relatively peaceful planet that was persecuted for our beliefs.
What did you believe?
On planet Forcus, we worship Gert, the planet banger. Gert basically is a giant war god who would go around and, without being crass, he would have sex with, like, entire planets, like the planet itself, and he would seed it with life. And yeah, other aliens got tired of how we worshipped, and they kicked us out. You know, there's only a few ways to worship a war god, you know, because he's a war god. One of them is, like, mass murder, which, you know, if you don't want to get kicked off a planet, you don't do. So we did the other thing, which is blowing things up, you know. It's a lot easier to be like, oh, that building's empty, let's blow that up, you know, rather than, oh, look, let's shoot a laser at that planet and blow that up, you know. So we would just we blew a lot of stuff up, and then I don't think anyone got killed, to be honest.
What was the hardest part about blending in on Earth?
You know, man, it wasn't hard as a kid. If you were weird, they just like gave you Ritalin and called it a day. What was really hard was when I got older and some things continued. Like I would eat flowers. I still do. I used to smear feces on the wall. But on Forcus, that's art. That's a form of art. Kind of like how like on Earth, that guy, the graffiti artist Banksy, how he smears feces all over the wall. That's basically what we did too.
How about now as an adult? Is it hard as an adult?
It's hard being a human adult. Yeah. College is the toughest place that I go to. I mean, there's people there, girls, you know. I don't always get social cues.
What's your mission now?
I'm just searching for other members of my species, and it's been a few years. It's been about 5 years, and still nothing.
Do you have any friends here? Gary?
Just one.
Yeah, I've known him for like 12 years. You know, we were kids and he had a lot of crayons and chalk, but that's kind of normal. I mean, I used to kind of eat glue, you know, but that continued on until high school. Didn't seem very, you know, normal after how many years? Yeah, he was in the special needs class. I remember he had a little Hitler mustache stage at one time. It was kind of odd. But hey, what can you say? I guess he's what people would say is a freak, but he's our freak. Happened like 5 years ago when his parents died. I almost believed him. That makes sense when I, think about it. But yeah, he took it pretty hard when it happened. He was almost out of commission. You know what? I don't know. I more of me believes him. I'd give him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, why shouldn't I believe him? He's been pretty honest with me, actually, so, yeah.
So what I like to do is just gather data on my surrounding area. So I go to places like the college, and I basically just take my little scanner and I scan everything that I see, and I spot like a cultural weakness or like something that we can use to destroy the humans, you know what I mean? And what I get from that college is that everyone is super sensitive. So like when we attack that college, we'll probably like basically just tell them they're wrong, and we'll like, be like, you're dumb, and then they won't be able to handle themselves. They'll crap their pants, and then that's when we'll go in for the strike. That's when my brothers and sisters get here, but so that's what I'm doing. Oh, and that thing, it's my little scanner thing, and yeah, just taking data.
Your friend Joseph mentioned your parents.
My Earth parents.
Right.
Yeah, they were good people. There's a theory that when someone or something dies, their soul, no matter what planet they're from, goes to the same place. And yeah, I like to believe that.
Can I ask you why you keep checking your phone?
Oh, I'm just checking the time. I don't want to miss something. Actually, I have to go soon. I'm leaving this planet.
Carrie, is it possible you invented this? In the grief of your parents' passing? Gary, we can just...
I have to go.
Gary?
I have to go.
Gary! Gary! Gary!